Oh, and more live. Ha. Ha. All right. Hello, peoples. Hello from all over the world. How are yous? How are yous? We are coming to you live from Washington and Arizona. He's in Arizona. I'm in Washington.
Trying to get tan in the winter.
Yeah. Actually, I was just there. We're going to talk about that a little bit today. But yeah, in today's episode of Alex and Phillip financial advice from, the adult financial skills, we're talking about communication skills that you can use with your parents to help you guys do all things, or you guys can talk to us about any sort of advice that you guys might need about communicating with your parents. And then we're going to talk about the shorts that we've done this week. You guys can let us know about those. And then we're just kind of tell you what we've done here recently, what we got going on with adult financial skills. Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, with adult financial skills, obviously, if you've been watching our stuff for a while, we're just teaching you about things you should have learned in high school that you probably didn't. And we've been having some fun making different kinds of content around that stuff. And had a blast when Phillip was here. So in case you're new here, I'm Alex. He's Phillip.
I'm Phillip. It says it on the screen with our names.
And we've been volunteering in our communities doing this stuff for, 5-6 years now. Outside of making videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I just recently left him, moved down here to Arizona. He's back in Washington. Been here for 4 or 5 months
now. Little Casper, I don't think drug dealers pay taxes.
Yeah,
that would probably skip that part. I mean, I would skip it if I sold drugs.
I mean, you're doing one illegal thing. I guess just keep it up. Don't pay taxes on it.
Right. So if you guys are watching this replay, we'll have some timestamps in here so you guys can jump to the content that's going to be most relevant to you guys. So just let us know by saying #replay so we know how many people are watching this after the fact. If you guys are live today, go ahead and let us know where you guys are watching from. And then something else that I have to scroll down and see here for my notes. This Mac, I'm telling you. So got this Mac and it's got this mouse. And when I scroll down, it goes up. And when I scroll up, it goes down. Really screwing me up here lately.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah. But I think that was it. Just let us know where you're watching from. Yeah. Great note.
So now that I moved down to Arizona, Phillip has to fly down every couple months because I took the studio with me. It was in my garage, and now it's behind me in one of my spare bedrooms. And we had a lot of fun. Came down here for 5 days?
Yeah. I fought a cactus. Not really. I didn't fight a cactus, but I've thought about it and talked about it. One day, maybe.
It was busy.
But yeah. Every 60-ish days or so, I'll fly down and we'll hang out and do stuff. We made some new characters, Brad and Chad. You guys might have saw them. Hopefully you guys did. Oh, where is it at? Yeah. We've been trying this new thing. Shorts. It's a YouTube, Instagram thing that people are using, trying to compete with the whole TikTok thing. So we've been playing with it, trying to get ourselves out there a little bit more. We guys have seen, you guys might have seen some ASMR stuff. That was a silly idea that we had filming one day that kind of turned into a badder idea with 3 videos that you guys have seen 2 of. Hopefully it'll die there, but you guys might see a 3rd one. We haven't decided yet.
Like such a creep making it.
It's bad. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you're right. I probably can invert that in my settings, but I'm still trying to figure out how to use this. I've been a Windows guy my entire life. So, I'm not tech illiterate. I just haven't cared enough to where I've gone in and done it. But yeah.
All right. So Ruth says, what does a teen need to do in order to move out at 18? Like credit, rent, etc. So, I mean, there's a good amount of stuff you are going to want to do if you want to be prepared to move out at 18 and not end up moving back in with your parents at some point. So first thing I would recommend is having an emergency fund, because life happens. And when it does happen, you don't want to put those emergencies on a credit card. If you have an emergency fund, which in general, people try to save up like $1,000 as like that first benchmark. And then after that, you try to have like 3 months worth of bills saved up so that if something happens or you lose your job or whatever, you can float through the hard times without having to run back to mom and dad and move back in.
Yeah. We also have a big, massive playlist on our channel that's covering this whole move out thing and the steps that you'll need. We actually have a free downloadable checklist. We'll drop that here in the comments for you so you guys can get straight to that. But it's essentially like 12 steps on what you would need to accomplish to move out. And I mean, there's not really an age limit that's set to that. It'll work for pretty much anybody. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question there, Ruth.
Yeah, that playlist will go way, way, way in depth and help you get prepared to move out.
Ooh, college.
So, we got some stuff coming up about budgeting, like effective ways for saving money. We got some other videos that are coming out about how to get your first job or how to get a better job that you actually like. Like where to look, how to apply, tips for interviewing, all that good stuff. And that's kind of some of the things that Phillip was talking about with the shorts, which is like the Instagram version of Reels or TikTok. Had a lot of fun making those.
We did. Speaking of those, actually, if you guys have watched them, let us know what you guys thought of those videos, which ones you liked more, which ones you didn't like, and why you liked them. The whole Brad and Chad thing, that's the thing that we've been toying with. Did you guys enjoy Brad and Chad? We really enjoyed making Brad and Chad.
I mean, it's fun to act like stupid meatheads.
Yeah, which isn't super far off from what we are. But yeah. Or smarter meatheads. No, we actually did not get together. We met through the military, being recruiters, right? Mm-hmm. We both applied for a position, came in together. We didn't actually care for each other at first. We were like I was like, he's ugly, he's got a stupid face. And then he was like, he's annoying, he's a child. Me. Which that hasn't really changed, and his face still looks funny. But
still ugly, he's still a child. It works out well. Yeah. And then we realized we're like, oh, he drove tanks, I drove tanks. We both deployed in the same places. Realized we had a lot of stuff in common.
Yeah. But people do say that we're pretty friendly. We have very similar personalities, which is good because we crack ourselves up all the time.
It's definitely fun. We definitely enjoy.
When I'm like working out in dubstep, listen to some dubstep every now and again.
Mainly, if I'm running, I'll run to dubstep.
Yeah, I don't like running; it's not my thing. Yeah, so no for me. I don't run caca poo poo. I run when I have to, which isn't very often.
I'm trying to get ramped up to do a marathon this summer.
Yeah. So, I'm out here, brain dead. All right. Not brain dead anymore. We're back. I had to actually click a button. So, you guys watch those shorts, the ASMR? Tell us how much you hated it, or tell us how much you loved it.
Oh, yeah. I felt like such a creep doing that.
It's so bad. It was real bad.
All right. So, where's it at? Oh, I'm scrolling up here. So, Low Casper said that they're 18, about to go to college. What college are you going to?
Low Casper. Make album covers.
Yeah. Make album covers.
That's awesome. That's what's up. Yeah. That'd be a fun little job to do. Nice little side hustle.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see.
Oh, this is a perfect question. He was going to be a firefighter. Mm-hmm. And then he turned it down. Can you believe it? Crazy. Oh, life.
Yeah. Well, long story short, I made it to the top 10 out of like 5,000 people. And then they went on a hiring freeze, and I ended up taking a recruiting position full-time with the National Guard. And then as I was finishing up my recruiting school, they called me and offered me the job. And I was already full-time National Guard. So Yeah, man, being a medic in the military absolutely would help you out. Getting that military preference points will be a big one.
Yeah.
Getting training as a combat medic is huge. Being able to sell yourself as having a composer when things are stressful. That experience goes a long way with teamwork, all that stuff. I would definitely go beyond that too to make yourself even more desirable, right? So you're going to get your EMT basic as a combat medic, but I would also continue your education past that and go for your paramedic because you're going to make more money as a firefighter. It's a huge pay jump, and they're going to probably hire you a lot sooner over just an EMT.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're looking at those MOSs in the military, check out the National Guard. Those are going to be great for you just because, I mean, yeah, we are National Guard, but we obviously believe in our product, which is the National Guard. But it's great. You'd get to do your training and then you get to come back and then go to college and still do your training at the same time. So it would absolutely help accelerate you in that path for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Washington State.
Yep. So I lived in Washington most of my life, and now I'm down in Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we actually think it's really important to be yourself. Your life will be a lot easier if you're not trying to please everybody else, because you're never going to make everybody happy. So just focus on making you happy. Be yourself, be genuine. If they don't like it, then they can move on. Don't waste your time. Don't waste theirs. It's just pretty much the easiest, most simple way that we could put it, have people accept your flaws and you accept them and move on with it.
Yeah. Somebody doesn't like me for who I am, huh? Sucks to be them.
Yeah.
Somebody else will.
Yeah. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep being me. Yeah. I think one of the things that we like about what we teach the most is, we're just real with people. We're not trying to teach people how to be rich. We're just trying to teach you how to be successful as a regular person, which I think is what most people want. And it can be pretty difficult to figure that out. And there's a lot of struggles people get to they have to overcome along the way. And we're just trying to, make that process easier for people.
Hi, Joe. Hey, it's Joe. I'm 18 and I'm worried about working. What if I can't stay motivated enough to work? Well, you're going to have to work, whatever you got to do to stay motivated, whether it's the paycheck or whether it's how you want to live or what you want to buy or what you want to achieve in your life, you're going to have to work in some sort of capacity to be able to achieve that. If it's your personal business or if it's being an employee, you got to do something to bring in income or, something. You're not going to be able to live. So, for me personally, being able to do things on my own, not having to be dependent on anybody else, like my family or anything like that, makes me be motivated to work harder on my own. So I don't have to rely on anybody because I can't, even if I needed to, it'd be me. I'd be like, Alex, help me. And he'd throw me some beans or something, give me some water here and there. But outside of that, that's it. So that's my motivator personally. But you're just going to have to find out for you what it is that's going to make you want to continue to do the grown-up things.
I think a big one for a lot of people too is doing something that you actually enjoy doing, right? Because when you're first getting started out, good chance your first job probably isn't going to be the one you love. Maybe it will be. I don't know. Everybody's different in how they work, but staying motivated, doing something that you think is meaningful or brings you some kind of happiness makes it a lot easier to get out of bed and go to work and make money rather than doing something you hate doing. I've done jobs that I hated doing and I was miserable. And every night I come home and apply for another job, until I finally got to a better spot in my life. And doing something that you hate doing sucks. I would not recommend staying in that spot in life for very long.
Yeah. Well, if you guys haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, you guys need to make sure that you do hit on that bell so you guys can see the stuff that we're going to be putting out. I think the next big batch of videos here in the next few months are going to be very useful for people. Any questions that anybody wants us to answer particularly, it's Q&A time. Where in the hell Excuse me. Did my mouse go? Here we go. Found it. Visa, probably, yes, for working in England, most likely.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I've never worked in another country. I don't know.
Me neither. But yeah, if you're going to be over there for a certain period of time getting paid over there, I'd imagine that you'd need a visa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
All right.
So we got Phantom Wolf. What do you think about doing a warehouse job? You know, I think that you can develop pretty good skills out of that. Depends on your personality type, if you'd like to work in a warehouse or not. Definitely have a lot of options if you go that route and you develop some of those skills from working warehouse and logistics and supply, those types of things. Actually, Phillip used to work in supply for the military.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, got to spend a lot of money. Got to get all the new stuff first. You know, got to play with all the stuff. Even if it wasn't yours, you still got to play with it before you gave it to somebody. Mm-hmm. It was cool. Yeah, I actually have a knife that I wear in my uniform that I got back in like 2008 that I still have back from when I was in supply. That's cool. So,
me personally, I like being out and about and talking to people. And if you stick me in a warehouse where I can't talk to somebody, I'd probably go crazy.
Yeah. I mean, nobody I supply with is still around anymore, but yeah, I totally just closed my door and took naps. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, you would. I mean, I would too.
Yeah.
Can't do that on the civilian side, though. All right. So, you know, in case you haven't seen any of our posts, we're doing lives each week. And I think we might be switching our lives to Sunday night.
Yeah. Not this coming Sunday, but the next coming Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then if you comment on our videos throughout the week, we'll address those in our lives too. Whether you hit us up on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, we try and collect all that stuff and then talk about it in our lives. So that's why this one was about you know, how to talk to your parents. Nobody's really asked a whole lot of questions on that. So we were just trying to help people out as far as like, hey, if your parents aren't letting you get a job or they're giving you issues or, you know, you need to move out, good ways to kind of go and approach those topics. So one of the questions we had was from Victoria Jules, and it was, what do I do if my parents won't let me get a job until I finish high school? So everybody's different. I know with my kids, if they come at me and they're all whiny and they start to complain about things, I shut them down real quick because I hate whining. I mean, same thing with privates in the military. It drives me nuts. But if I were trying to convince a parent of why they should let me move out, or excuse me, not let me move out, but get a job while I'm still in high school, you know, I would take the approach of, you know, what's in it for them, right? Of, hey, if I can get a job while I'm in high school and I can start saving up money and I can have an emergency fund, then when I do finally move out, I'm not going to have to move back in, because no parent really wants you to move back in after they, you know, get you out of the house finally. You get freedom and they get freedom. But I would take it from that approach of like, hey, I can have money saved up. I can start building up my credit. I can do all these things to be a successful, independent adult and not have to rely on you all the time. And I think that's what every parent wants. So if you took it from the angle of like, what's in it for them more than what's in it for you, then you're probably going to have more success in convincing them to let you get a job.
Yeah. And like, if your parents are saying they don't think that you can manage work and school, then you obviously need to address that. You need to not get upset when they come at you with that type of stuff. You need to keep your cool, stay calm, and have an adult conversation, you know, and actually address that concern. If they're saying like they don't think that you can manage work and school, let's say you're currently like right on the cusp of, you know, failing or barely passing, then you need to address that. You need to show them and tell them that you have a plan to be able to manage school and work. And then you need to obviously reassure them that if you fail in one, particularly school, that you will quit the job and focus on, graduating, because that's going to be most important. At some point in your life, you're going to need your diploma or your GED, right? It's going to be needed no matter what. So. Yep. Ooh, Alex can answer this one. He did the whole bank stuff.
Career suggestions perhaps don't require extreme math. I mean, if you get into a bank, so you can work your way up from in banking in a traditional way. So I worked in a big bank. A buddy of mine started out as a teller, then he became a banker, then he became a small business banker, and then he got into more of the banking aspect of, or the business banking aspect of banking, and took off from there. And he never went to any college, and I think he makes around like $200,000 a year. He doesn't have to do any kind of crazy math or anything, but he worked his way up. But that dude hustled hard, and anytime they gave him more opportunity, he took it. So you could go that route. I don't think he does any kind of extreme math. I mean, there's calculators for everything now. A home loan, like mortgage officer, they make real good money. I don't think they do any kind of math, but that's a really, really good paying job if you're good at it. You can always get your Series 6 and Series 7 licensing too, and be a financial advisor down the road, and work your way up into something like that. And they make great money. There's lots of routes you can go where they don't have all kinds of crazy math. If you want to do, banking related type jobs for finances.
Carly. Yeah. No, finding a job that you like, I mean, is hard. You can go your whole life applying for all these different jobs and hating every single one of them. Right. But you also, unfortunately, more times than not, I mean, there's always going to be something about a job that you're not going to like. You just have to kind of pick your evil type thing, like, would you rather deal with this or would you rather deal with that? Our job that we have, it has its ups and downs. Absolutely. But it has more ups than downs, so we just kind of have to remember what we do like about a particular job and not focus so much on what we don't like. But being a senior in high school, I mean, unfortunately, it's not where you're going to stay. The job that you're doing should be temporary, not super temporary, but like be there a year or two, maybe while you're going through college, but won't be forever. The more jobs that you do now, the more experience you're going to get, and you're going to find what you do like, and then you can find a job that's going to fit that more than, that type of stuff.
I think a good add-on to that too is, think about what you're passionate about and what you'd be doing if money wasn't a factor, right? So if you're worried about jobs that suck, what would you do if money wasn't a factor and you could do anything? That's the route I would start going. And sometimes you can get a job related to that. Sometimes you might have to volunteer in order to get experience to go do that kind of job. But that is definitely the route that I would go with it of, what are you passionate about and what would you do if money wasn't an issue? What would you do no matter what, right? Like for this, we're not getting paid for this, but we enjoy helping people. And I think that makes us have more fulfillment and purpose, right? So if money's not a factor, for either of us with this one, I mean, we've actually put a lot of money into being able to do this, but it's fun, and helping people is something that we're passionate about. I mean, that's just an extension of us being recruiters. And like Phillip was saying, no job is perfect though. Even your most ideal dream job has its, days where it sucks. And even with our job, I don't know, it's probably an 80-20 or 90-10 split. 10% of it sucks, 90% of it's awesome. And if you focus on the wrong things, then all you see is that 10% that sucks, when in reality, you should see the 90% of things that, are really good about where you're at. So a lot of it comes down to perspective too.
Yeah. There's a lot of the times where I'm like, maybe I don't need to do this job anymore. And then I have to sit down and kind of reflect, like Alex was saying. One thing that we really enjoy about our job is being able to help people. and get them to that next step in their life. And then that's kind of what segued us into what we're doing now, just as a continuation of that. So, yeah. Hope that answers your question. All right. Any other questions at all? Phantom. Yes, we both went to Iraq way back in the day. I mean, good memories, bad memories. Yeah, it was experience. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it opened our eyes. We were both real young when we went, and yeah, it made us appreciate things a lot more for sure. Seeing a different way of life. Hey, what's up, Academy? How's it going? We are live. We try to do this every week for the last month or so. We're going to change it to Sundays, though. So got to turn on that bell so you get notified when we do it. You come hang out with us for a little bit.
Getting better at it. That first couple of videos were a little cringy, not going to
lie. Yeah, we watched a couple.
We try to avoid the whole Zoom life, and it is a work in progress.
Yeah. Oh man, long-term goals. Well, obviously we want to keep doing what we're doing. We want to reach as many people as we can, and kind of keep doing this. I mean, we've already taught in classes a lot. If this leads us back into classrooms or back into people speaking in front of them, I mean, that's fine. That's something that we'd be happy to do. But yeah, I mean, essentially, we just want to help people out. So wherever that takes us, I mean, Alex will probably tell you more on what his ideas are.
Yeah, man, just, the bigger the channel gets, the more people we can help. I mean, that's really what it comes down to is we're just trying to help more people, and we didn't have access to this kind of stuff growing up. And I probably made more mistakes than Phillip. I think he found a good financial mentor earlier than I did. But I mean, the whole point of this is, there's plenty of teachers out there, and there's not enough mentors to help people really piece this stuff together. And sometimes learning from trial and error, it really sucks. And we're trying to help people avoid that. So the bigger this channel gets, the better it is, I think, for everybody that we end up, reaching. And so that's the whole point. I mean, we volunteered, 80 to 100 different classrooms for like 3 years in a row, teaching in 80 to 100 classrooms of high school students. And I mean, it was a lot of work. And so now this is just an extension of that. Hopefully it's help more people.
Yeah, we saw how appreciative the kids were. I mean, because at first, you get your typical high school class where they're just kind of lollygagging, not paying attention. And then you could see about 5 to 10 minutes into the presentation that these kids actually started paying attention. And they're like, what? Huh? Why are you guys telling me this now as a senior? I should have learned this 4 years ago. I'm getting ready to graduate. This is great, but come on.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, man, these kids actually want to learn this stuff, which was crazy. So, yeah.
And then I loved running into those same kids that I taught classes, and they graduate and I see them out in the community at their jobs or whatever. And they'd be like, "Hey, you were that finance guy that came to my class. I learned blah 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 from you, and I applied it, and now my credit score is wherever." And it was really cool, very rewarding seeing that those guys actually, or whoever, applied it to their life. And yeah, I mean, that's why we do what we do. So
yeah. All right, well, let's see where we're at here on our notesies.
So
again, oh yeah, go ahead.
You do it.
No, you do it. You want rock, paper, scissors?
We have.
No, I suck at rock, paper, scissors.
All right. So, anyways, I was just gonna say that we have a how to move out of your parents' house in 12 easy steps guide. So if that's something you're looking at doing, that is a great resource.
I was reading that comment. Yeah, we did. We punish her with, having to deal with us for all the videos. And screamed in her ear sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, you can actually probably hear her clicking in the background on the keyboard occasionally. So if you guys are wondering what that was, that's her getting to deal with us even more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're going to get her a taser for Christmas.
No, I'm not.
She can tase us. We're getting out of line.
Shoot.
Welcome to the live. Thanks for making it. Woo, woo. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, we're getting ready to wrap it up, but you did make it. If you have any questions, we can answer them for you real fast. All right. Okay. Ooh. Hey, you got any good books, Alex, for Ruth?
There's quite a few different good books out there. Richest Man in Babylon is probably the first one I would start with. That's pretty much one that everybody's going to go towards. It's a pretty short book. I think it's only like 100 pages. Not the easiest to read because it's written from the early 1900s, but it has financial information in there that is just timeless and super solid. And anybody who you'll ever watch or read will usually reference that book as one of the books that they got started in finances with. So I would start with Richest Man in Babylon. That's a great place to go from.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad's a pretty good one.
Oh, yep.
You guys seen that one? That's a good book.
That's a great book. There's another good one that my wife actually had me read when we first got married. It was called You're Broke Because You Want to Be. And I was real good at spending money back then. I wasn't very good at saving money. And so that's another really good one. So Think and Grow Rich. So I would say Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and You're Broke Because You Want to Be are 4 really good books to start with.
Hi, Joel. Long time no see. Brad and Chad at your service.
Yeah. Saw, dude.
Saw, dude. Hall. All
right. So Joel says, what are your thoughts on Financial Peace by Dave Ramsey? We haven't talked about that one yet, but I think Dave Ramsey has some really solid stuff that he talks about. He's super against credit, and for good reason. I think a lot of people use it wrong, so he just encourages people to stay away from it altogether. We are more on the side of teach you how to use it the right way, because you're going to need it throughout your life. But I do like the fact that he encourages people to not go into debt and only buy things that they can actually afford. And I think people go way outside of that and they get themselves in a lot of trouble. But I do think that he has a lot of good information. The only thing where we really differ is on the use of credit. I think we're more about just teaching you how to do it the right way rather than just avoiding it altogether. But it is good. It's definitely a good book to read. Yeah, I think I don't know about the Financial Peace one, but the Total Money Makeover is a good book.
Well, so Academy, we're actually still in the military, right? We still got a good amount of time left, to hang out here. So we'll still be around for a little bit. Being a pilot, I mean, really, both of those routes are going to be good routes for you. I mean, you could be a pilot in either one. I guess it kind of depends on which ROTC you're going to go through. If it's going to be a branch specific ROTC, then that's going to be the branch that you're probably going to want to go into for becoming a pilot. But yeah, just make sure you're.
What do you want to do as far as? Do you want to be on a boat? Would you rather be on land? I mean, for the most part, unless you're in San Diego, when you're in the Navy, I mean, you're out quite a bit. Air Force is good. I mean, they're both good branches. Every branch has things that make them desirable based on your personality. So, what you want to do in life. So, can't say one's better than the other. It just depends on you.
Yeah. All right. We'll ask. We'll answer this little last question here. Yeah.
I haven't read the Legacy Journey. His baby steps in regards to like paying off debt and building up emergency funds. Early on, I found them to be pretty helpful. They're not easy. I don't think being financially responsible is actually very easy. I think it's definitely the harder choice to make. It's easier just to spend money and buy the stuff that you want rather than not doing that and then putting money in savings or paying off debt. I think those are the hard adulting choices that people don't want to make. I think when it comes to paying off credit card or going on a vacation, I think it's the easier choice is going on a vacation. The harder choice is, paying that stuff down or saving up money. If you don't have any debt, saving the money up rather than going out with your friends and spending it or, having fun and playing.
I don't know, what is that? K-Shy, is that how you say that? So we actually have a great playlist on how to move out. That is actually in the comments. We'll post it in there again for you. But the best amount of money to have when you're 18 to move out is going to depend on where you live. So, depending on how much rent costs where you're at, you're going to want to go on like Craigslist and look at apartments on there or houses or whatever it is you're trying to rent. And then you're going to want 3 times that amount of money saved up as a bare minimum before you move out. So if you have rent that's going to be $1,000 a month, then you want at least $3,000 before you move out. And that's just kind of the rule of thumb there for that. Yeah.
All right. So going back to, we got that how to move out of your parents' house in 12 easy steps. That's going to address a lot of your questions as far as in regards to the stuff people have been asking, and how to move out at 18. That guide is huge. And in addition to the playlist that we have, it'll definitely help get you ready for that.
Yeah. Yep. So check it out. It's a real good video, real good checklist. It's got all the stuffies you need. We even have a first apartment checklist in there too. So all the stuff that you're going to want to buy for your first apartment, all free downloadable checklist you can get from our channel on the YouTubes. So again, share our channel, subscribe, share this with your friends. We're doing this channel for you guys. The things that you guys want to learn, the things that you guys, need to learn, just post it, to us, ask the questions, and then we will get you guys the videos on those subjects, right? Because we're here to help you guys be awesome in your adult lives and do great things. So again, do the shares, do the follows, and tell your friends about us because we're awesome.
And just as a reminder, if you weren't here earlier, we're going to start doing our lives on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is going to be not this Sunday, but next Sunday is when we're going to start on March 21st at 7 p.m. on Sundays. So, yeah.
Are we sure it's March 21st, not March 14th?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
stay tuned.
You know what? Hey. Boss lady ruined it. Yeah, March 14th. There you go.
March 14th, guys. Daylight savings time. That applies to you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 7 p.m. March 14th. With the little belly button.
Thanks for all the good questions too.
Yeah. But
enjoyed
it was wonderful chatting with you guys. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks for dropping by. Again, leave some comments for us and we will get at you next week. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.